The Trustfire T4, a dedicated tactical flashlight. This is the initial impressions. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to Quentin the Gun Guy. This is a initial impressions video. I usually don't do videos like this. I like to test the whatever I'm doing, flashlight, knives, holsters, whatever I test. I like to do a proper test first before I bring it to you guys to see if it actually makes the cut. Yeah, sorry if my voice cuts out a bit. Apparently I'm losing it. Not sick, but I'm losing my voice. Anyway, bringing you guys content. So this is the Trustfire T4. One button, no adjustability, sort of, super basic. There's no external charges, anything like that. So what Torch SA did, this was sent to me by Torch SA, so thank you so much, Henry Bierman. He set out a challenge for me, and I chose to accept it. He said, well, this is the flashlight, the tactical flashlight, and because we're trying to build up a name for Trustfire in South Africa, they're not as big a name yet as some of the other brands out there, but they don't stand back for any of those brands. So he said I should try and kill this flashlight, so put it through a beating and see how it goes. If you guys watched my review of the T21R, which is also a tactical flashlight, so that was proper testing, but I'm going to put this up to the next level, maybe slightly further than the normal testing. What I like to do with my testing, torture testing, it's not really torture testing, it's just really putting it through its paces that you might encounter in a real world scenario. So if it encounters something like that, it's not going to down you, because a flashlight is one of those things that if you need it now. It's not one of those things where, well, if you need it now, it's not there. So if you need light, you need to be able to use it. So you don't want a flashlight, especially one with a tactical branding, to fail on you. So this is a initial impressions video because I want to give the flashlight a fair chance. So I'm releasing this video and then I'm doing the torture testing. So as you guys know as well, that I like to see failures in my channel. So I like to bring you guys failures because everything can't always go as planned or as perfectly as everything seems to be in the social media world. So if there's a failure, then you guys are going to know about it. This isn't just going to disappear into the cupboard. So if there's a failure, I'm going to tell you guys about that failure. But let's have a closer look. This is the Trustfire T4, as you can see on the branding, and it says tactical flashlight on it. So tactical flashlight means that I'm going to put it through a absolute beating. As you can see, it's 1000 lumens, 30 days. We'll get to this part now. It's definitely not going to maintain 1000 lumens for 30 days. Absolutely ridiculous. 384 meters throw and 36,900 candelas, 1 meter drop tested, and IPX8. That's basically we'll get to this part in a bit. Well, we actually won't get to this part now. I'm going to do no practical testing with this video. We're going to get to this when we get to the second part of this review. Okay, so this is what you get inside the box. That was the box. This is what you get inside. Oh yeah, you get this as well. You get a lanyard. Super exciting. You get a holster pouch for this. This works actually very nicely for your plate carriers type of stuff. This goes through very nicely, or even your battle belt. Nice and compact, very, very nice. Trustfire branded, and you get a spare O-ring, which is cool as well. So let's get to the thing that you actually want to see, and that's the flashlight. This is the T4 close up. As you can see, this is actually a good looking little flashlight, hey? I really like it. Single button control, as I said previously as well. There's no other button control. There's no USB connection port, which is quite interesting, but we'll get to that now as well. Very aggressive bezel. As you can see, it's a very deep reflector, so that means it's going to have a very nice hotspot, but I'm not going to show you that in this video. This is a grip ring here, or a tension ring, and then there's a pocket clip. Pocket clip on this isn't going to be too useful. Depends on if you want to grip it onto your plate carrier, something like that. Where it's going to be a bit of a difficult carry because of the wider lens here, bezel, and it just being not a deep carry, so it's going to stick out quite a bit. It does have your protector of your little tail switch. So Can it stand up? Not really, because the tail switch protrudes slightly past the protectors and the lanyard hole there as well. So this is the basic construction. If we open it up, we just unscrew the tail cap, and that's going to give you access to your 18650 battery. There's your charger there. So you plug this battery in directly into your Type-C USB charger, and that's going to charge this battery, which is cool because it cuts down on any other failure points, and then it's just basically easier for the manufacturers to seal off this flashlight. Now, let's get to controlling this flashlight. So if I press the rear button, that's going to activate said flashlight on 1000 lumens. If I want to adjust this, I'm going to turn the head a quarter, and then we're going to activate it. That's going to put it into strobe function. This is going to put it into SOS function. Next up is going to be SOS. This is the lowest lumen mode, and that's going to be slightly higher lumen mode. Yeah, we're not going to tell you the lumens right now because we want it. There you go, it's running through. And that gives you full access to all the modes that this flashlight offers. Okay, and back to my face. Let's discuss the rest of the flashlight. It goes for 1,399 Rand from the Torch SA website. This is aircraft grade aluminium, as you would expect from any quality flashlight in this range, and it's hard anodized. So it's going to take a beating, but we are going to see how this finish holds up to my abuse. Slight abuse. Okay, so let's see. This is a tactical flashlight. So a tactical flashlight, tactical is a loose term for a couple of things. It might mean to you what your application is going to be, but loosely the term triggers a lot of people, as I've said in other videos as well. But for me, I want a certain degree of survivability from it and certain functionality out of it, where this is very nice. This is super basic. What I don't like about adjustable flashlights is if you switch it on, sometimes you end up in a power setting that you actually don't want. So with a tactical flashlight, usually you want full power when you need it. So if you want less than that, then you can just step it down. That's what I like about the Brennite flashlights, is that if you activate the flashlight, it's going to set you up into the maximum lumen mode, and then you can always step it down from there if you don't need as much lumens. But tactical means that you are in a environment or situation where if you need a light, you need it now, and you need a lot of light, the maximum output that you can get from your flashlight. So with this, it is adjustable as I showed you guys just now with the quarter turn loosening the head, and you can control the flashlight. Is it useful? I don't know. If I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it just on your normal power setting. This is an absolutely brilliant flashlight for something like a plate carrier. So I'm actually quite negative that I need to put this through a beating and see if it survives. But to bring the content to you guys, to give an honest opinion about this flashlight. So, what's my thoughts thus far? It is very aggressive styling. It's not going to slip out if your hands are wet, if you've got gloves on, or if there's something more slippery on your hands, more slippery than water, usually something like blood. So yeah, nice and grippy. Heat sinks are quite deep as well. I don't know if you can see on camera. Yeah, so heat sinks are quite aggressive inside, so it is going to give you quite a bit of cooling on your flashlight. The heat sinks are basically in line with your LED that's inside here. Okay, so that's basically the initial thoughts thus far. I really like the ring that you get with it. The ring is, you can loosen it as well, so you can take it off. What's nice about the ring is that it actually tightens your pocket clip. So if you screw this on, your pocket clip is going to stay in the same place. It's not movable. Pocket clip is removable. If you loosen this, you can just pull on the pocket clip. It is freaking tight, but you can remove it, and you can remove the grip ring as well. You can just screw this off and it just pops off. Nice thing about this is that you're not going to have to loosen your your O-ring to be able to take this off, which usually other flashlights you need to do that. So if you want a bit of a sleeker design on your flashlight, or sleeker control system, then you can remove everything to give you that smoother system that you can control. So if you maybe want to mount this on your weapon, all you need is a mount that clips over it, and that's your weapon mounted light sorted. Is it gonna take a beating? Is it gonna stand up to whatever I throw at it? I think it will, hey. Yeah. As I know, the Trustfire brand, they make great quality flashlights, a lot better than people know. Actually, very few people know about the Trustfire brand. But it's one of my favorite brands that I've ever used with flashlights. So I think they're definitely a brand that you need to keep an eye out for. And keep an eye out for the next video. This is part 1. This is initial impressions. Part 2 is coming up, where I'm going to show you guys all the abuse that I put this flashlight through. I'm not going to put it on social media like I did with the T21R. I'm going to put it all in one video, and you guys need to tune in to see if it actually survived. Hope you have a good one. Have a good week, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.